So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Chinese zodiac. So all of you should have a paper of Chinese zodiac on your table. While I'm talking, please, locate your date of birth or, the year you were born. Feel free not to share. That's okay. We don't need to know. Secrets. So find your zodiac animal. And if you were born in January or February, please refer to the previous year that you were born before the date of the Chinese New Year. So this year, the date of the Chinese New Year is January 29th. It's tomorrow.
Here to talk about our China's culture and traditions is our special guest, member and former president of Indiana Association of Chinese Americans, Kwan.
Everybody hear me? All right? Okay? Okay. All right. Good. Well, thank you so much. I really have to thank you so much for the gracious invitation from Ellie, ONEAMERICA, for the gracious invitation for me to come in to talk about the Lunar New Year. And I'm so glad that I am meeting so many wonderful audience, a lot more than I expect. I thought it's a group of maybe 20 people or so, but now I see that over 100 audience here. It is really my honor. Let me tell you why I'm involved in this kind of thing. Since I retired from the village, I picked up cultural activities as part of the cultural diversities in our beautiful state of Indiana. I picked that up as a hobby, which I enjoyed very, very much. So this year, the year of the snake, well, as you heard what Ellie explained, the symbol of snake, what it is. It turns out snake is also representing intelligence, Western civilization. To my knowledge, at least starting from the Roman time, the Roman used snake's image or symbol as an intelligence of medicine or medicinal science, right? So you guys know about it. So, well, without spending too much of the time, let us start. Oh, I just find an excellent YouTube video that they do a very comprehensive talk about the Lunar New Year. So I just select that video. They do a lot better job than if I do it myself. So let's start with it. Okay, let's start with it.
Joy holidays, streaming happiness 365 days a year.
Hello, Joy Holiday family. Today we're exploring the vibrant and deeply meaningful celebration of Lunar New Year, a holiday cherished by millions around the world. From its ancient origins to its modern expressions, this holiday is a rich tapestry of culture, tradition, and renewal. Let's dive into its history, customs, and significance. What is Lunar New Year? Lunar New Year marks the start of a new year according to the lunar calendar, which tracks the cycles of the moon. This is why its date varies annually, typically falling between January 21 and February 20. While often referred to as Chinese New Year, it's celebrated in many Asian cultures, each with its unique customs. In Vietnam, it's known as Tet. In Korea, it's Soal. And in Mongolia, it's Sagansar. The common theme across these cultures is renewal, saying goodbye to the hardships of the past year and welcoming a fresh start with hope, gratitude, and unity. Ancient roots and symbolism. Lunar New Year's origins date back over 3,500 years to China's Shang dynasty. As an agrarian society, the Chinese people depended on a good harvest, and the New Year was a time to honor deities, pray for a bountiful season, and pay respects to ancestors. The holiday is intertwined with the myth of Neon, a beast said to emerge every New Year's Eve to terrorize villages. According to legend, the villagers discovered that Neon feared loud noises, bright lights, and the color red. This inspired many of the customs still observed today, such as fireworks, red lanterns, and celebratory parades. The 12-year zodiac cycle. A key feature of Lunar New Year is the Chinese zodiac, a 12-year cycle represented by animals like the rat, ox, tiger, and dragon. Each year is associated with an animal and its traits, believed to influence people's personalities and fortunes. For example, 2025 is the year of the snake, symbolizing wisdom, introspection, and resourcefulness. Common customs and traditions. While each culture celebrates differently, there are shared traditions that emphasize family, renewal, and gratitude. Preparing for the new year. In the days leading up to Lunar New Year, homes are thoroughly cleaned to sweep away bad luck and make space for good fortune. This ritual is accompanied by decorating with red and gold items like lanterns, paper cutouts, and couplets featuring blessings. Reunion dinner. On New Year's Eve, families gather for a reunion feast. This meal is rich with symbolic dishes. Dumplings, shaped like gold ingots, symbolize wealth. Whole fish represents abundance. Noodles signify longevity. Red envelopes, known as hong bao in Mandarin and li shi in Vietnamese, red envelopes containing money are given to children and younger family members. This tradition represents good luck and blessings for the year ahead. Lion and dragon dances. These lively performances are staples of Lunar New Year celebrations, believed to ward off evil spirits and bring prosperity. The dancers' movements mimic the animal's strength and agility, accompanied by drumming and firecrackers. Country-specific traditions. Vietnam, Tet. Tet celebrates both Lunar New Year and the arrival of spring. Families prepare banh churn or banh tet, sticky rice cakes, and pay respects to their ancestors through offerings at family altars. Korea, Seollal. Seollal focuses on ancestral rituals like charye, where families prepare food offerings and bow to show respect. Koreans also enjoy traditional games like yugnori and eat tekuk, rice cake soup, symbolizing a fresh start. Mongolia, Sagansar. Sagansar, or White Moon Festival, celebrates renewal and purity. Mongolians greet one another with symbolic gestures of respect and share dairy-based dishes like curd and milk tea. The global celebration. As the Asian diaspora has grown, so has the global recognition of Lunar New Year. Cities like San Francisco, Sydney, and London host grand parades and festivals, complete with lion dances, cultural performances, and food markets. These events foster understanding and appreciation of the traditions while bringing communities together. Modern significance and inclusivity. While rooted in tradition, Lunar New Year continues to evolve. It's celebrated not only within Asian cultures, but also by people of diverse backgrounds who embrace its universal themes of renewal, gratitude, and hope. Inclusivity is key to appreciating Lunar New Year. For instance, using terms like Lunar New Year instead of Chinese New Year acknowledges that it is celebrated across various cultures. Likewise, learning about the unique practices of each region fosters a deeper understanding of the holiday's rich diversity. A time to reflect and rejoice. Lunar New Year is more than just a holiday. It's a time to honor the past, embrace new beginnings, and strengthen bonds with loved ones. Its customs remind us of the value of family, the power of hope, and the beauty of cultural heritage. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Let us know in the comments, how do you celebrate Lunar New Year?
Well, I think this is a wonderful video if you are interested, this is on YouTube, if you're interested in the link, just talk to Nasty. Nasty has the link, okay? So that you can enjoy it anytime at home. Well, next, may I ask the photographer, can you help me to turn it off and then turn it back on? Okay, wonderful. Yeah. The next agenda in my presentation is going through the lion dance. Okay, what it is about. Okay, let's start. Okay, this is okay here. Now, first of all, I'd like to introduce to our guest. I belong to the local Chinese community called Indiana Association of Chinese American. It was established in 1973. So the organization has been around in Central Indiana for over half a century. Okay? We are 100% cultural, not political, not religious. We purely dedicate our effort in culture. Culture in our eyes is not only to promote the Chinese American culture, but also inclusive, all kind of culture. Asian American, African American, South American culture. We do a lot of interactions with different communities in here in Central Indiana. We share, at the same time we learn from others the beautiful cultures. So let's go. Okay. Now the thing is lion dance, which is our association is proud to be in this lion dance program. Let me ask you a question. Anyone know what's the difference between lion and dragon? Anyone know what's the difference? I'll tell you. I observed there's a lot of confusion between a lion and a dragon. Very simple. A lion takes two person to manipulate. So when you count the legs, there are only 4 legs. Okay? Now, the dragon is different. The dragon, first of all, it looks like a big snake. Okay? The big snake, well, there's some smaller one, shorter one, manipulated by 5 people. But the long one that requires 50 people to swing it around. Okay, so by counting the legs, if there's more than 4, it has to be dragon. Okay, all right, the next thing. Okay, now here is just a representation of a choreography of a lion dance. Well, this shows a pretty, kind of very professional, very acrobatic or gymnastic. Okay, okay, the next thing. Now this is the one before was a typical Southern style lion dance. This one is a typical Northern style lion dance presentation. Now you can see that here, down here, the lion is rolling on top of a big ball, and on top of the lion is a cheerleader. This is a very typical Northern style. They're very entertaining. While the Southern style, yeah, it's entertaining, but they are more acrobatic and gymnastic features there. Okay, please. Well, putting in one word, lion dance basically means luckiness, happiness. Very simple. Okay, so next, please. Okay, now here there are few lines. Lion dance is an icon of Chinese performing folk art, Chinese New Year festivities, and certain religious ceremonies, such as grand opening of a business, the wedding party, birthday party, and sometimes used to honor the VIPs and community leaders or the CEO or high management of a certain commercial company that they get promoted. So people do a lion dance just for greeting. Okay, those are more practiced in China, not that much in outside China, like in North America. Okay. Okay. Well, again, the only purpose is bringing good luck and prosperity. Okay? Only one purpose. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, the history I think that would be interesting for me to tell a little bit about the history of Chinese lion there. You know, China is an Asian country that, you know, that Asia has many tigers, but tiger is not a natural animal in Asia, right? Okay? There are tigers all the way from Ceylon, all the way from Siberia, but we don't have tiger. So where does the tiger image come into the Chinese mind? Okay, now there's no solid documentation of the story, but there are old documents, about 300 BC. The document talk about some foreigners. I think that time foreigners are basically the Persians, because the Persians are very aggressive travelers and merchants. They travel all around everywhere, you know. So they came to China, they showed the Chinese folks their folk dance, putting on an animal mask. The mask showing a very majestic animal, okay? At that time, the Chinese documents said that animal, the Chinese called Mo, okay? So, the speculation or intellectual interpretation is, well, when the Chinese look at that, you know, they get an idea of the face of the lion. The first time they perhaps, well, even though it was not a real lion, but a kind of artistic representation of the face mask. So from there, the Chinese learned about, oh, there's some kind of majestic animal somewhere there, another part of the world, okay? So over hundreds of years, centuries, generations, the Chinese artists or craftsmen gradually using the prototype from the Persian developed gradually their own image of lion. Okay, so now it comes. So the Chinese version of lion dance is not only a mess, okay, but some kind of more three-dimensional, artificial, legendary animal. Okay, from there they start the costume. Okay, the tradition of lion dance. Well, you saw the video before, you know, why they do the lion dance. Basically, to drive away the evil spirits and bring in the lucky, okay? Luckiness, okay. Now, when the Chinese have invented their version based on the prototype, now that becomes the Chinese culture, okay, folk culture, and that folk culture start radiating out to the rest of Asia, all the way from Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Taipei. Oh, I'm sorry, not Tibet and Mongolia. Okay, so covering the majority part of Oriental countries, not the entire Asia, but perhaps the entire Oriental region of the world. Okay, the next please. All right. So I think I went through the basic development. Nowadays, lion dance is celebrated or being practiced internationally, not only in Asia, but all over the world, particularly in North America, okay, and in Europe, particularly in big cities, you know. So now it is now an international festivity celebration, in addition to being a physical training, put it there, a sport and physical training. Okay. So certainly you saw the video. It's very colorful, very vibrant. You know, I'm going to show you a little bit more later. Okay, the next one. No, when I talk about, remember that I said about there are two pairs of lions in China, or two schools. One is the Northern style, the other one is Southern style. This is a typical image of a Southern style lion. Okay, even in the Southern style, they have different schools too. Okay, now, doesn't matter whatever schools, they are all representing joy, luckiness, prosperity. Okay, now here this slide shows the Northern style. You can see that the features are pretty different from the Southern style. Okay? But purple is still the same. Okay, next please, thank you. Okay, here's you saw that. Okay, the two choreography. The one is the Northern style. The one is Southern style. Southern style, you can see that is very gymnastic, or even acrobatic. Okay. Now this is a more modern development, though. Okay. 100 years ago was not like that. This kind of hypo, topo. Oh, I think it's invented probably in the past 20 years or so. Before that, they don't have this kind of tall pole, but now it's very popular. But it needs to be very well trained. Don't do it at home. All right, okay, next one, please. As I said, the light that's radiated out from China to different parts of the world, okay, once when they land into a foreign nation, foreign country, foreign region, the local folks, okay, adapt the line dance, but they change it to their image, the image that local people like. Okay, so here are some examples on top of the Korean line. Okay, this is Japanese, Taiwanese, Okinawa, Indonesia, and Tibet. Okay, now they all look different from those you saw, the Chinese one, but doesn't matter. The local people, they like the way, they can use the way, so that, well, of course, they're pretty too, right? Very pretty, but they look different, basically. Okay? But doesn't matter. The purpose is still one: happiness, prosperity. That's it. Doesn't matter how it looks. Okay, next one. In terms of the lion, it has a positive image, not only in Asia or Oriental countries, but lion also has a positive image in Western culture. Now, in Western culture, we all know that lion means majesty, royalty, braveness, right? You can see that on the crown, you can see that on the knight's shield, the warrior shield, braveness, royalty, okay? Very positive image. Okay, next please. The next slide. Let's go on. Okay, next slide. Okay, now I'll go back to our IACA line dance program. We started the program in 1994. That was the first appearance of our program in the public in a state fairground, in state fair, I think. And it was a big deal at that time because most of the local persons, they never see Chinese life before. And so the Indie Star had a report on the newspaper. And at the same time, we got a first place winner in terms of a cultural display. Okay, there's a little bit of history there. Okay, the next one, please. Next slide. Okay. Some of the things we do with our line dance program is we participate in the India 500, the Carmel Independence Day Parade, okay? And also we are so fortunate to be one of the recipients of the City of Carmel Art Grant Award for the past 8 years. So we're expecting the award to be renewed this year. Next please. Yeah. Next please. Okay. We donate one of the antique, the retired line to the State Museum. Is being on display on a rotational schedule, not permanent, but rotational. Okay, next please. Well, so this we just want to acknowledge Art Grant of Carmel. Our program relies on donation and partners. Yes, next please. As I said in the beginning, IACA is reaching out, partnering, sharing, and we are embracing, we're learning. If you like, join us and support us. Yeah, okay, that's it. I guess that's it. Well, thank you very much for listening.